Well, good morning everyone. This is George Bairuthi from FS Securities giving you the market report for Thursday the 11th of December. First of all, who we are. We're a stockbroking firm located on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia, and I intend to give you a bit more information about the company later in this presentation. But let me start with a disclaimer. Everything I say here today is for just general advice and general information only. Before you take any action, please consult with your professional advisor or talk to us directly. A copy of this disclaimer is available to you should you wish to receive it. All you have to do is give us a call. Today we continue by presenting the current positions, and yes, as you can see on the screen, yes, we are a bit nervous about what's happened the last couple of days and what's may happen today as well, and with the expectation that the market will drop at least 60 points at the open. But let me start with the overnight figures. We will start with the US, Wall Street, where we've seen the US stocks falling heavily on the back of further fall in energy stocks. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 265 points, or 1.5%, to 17,533. The S&P 500 lost 34 points, or 1.6%, to 2,026. The market now is expecting that there is a strong support around the 1,980, which is about 15 points below the 2,000 psychological level. When will this happen? We don't know, but if there is a strong support around that level, one has to be aware of it. And by the way, the drop yesterday on the S&P 500 was actually the largest fall for the last 2 months. It was 2 months ago when we've seen similar fall in one day. In Europe, the Stockmarket 50 index that comprises several European major markets was down 0.4%. In London, the FTSE 100 index was down 0.5%. In Japan, the Nikkei index was down 2.3%. And in China, the Shanghai index recovered almost most of the fall that it incurred the day before. It was up 3.7%. On the commodities, gold a short time ago was trading at 1,226 US per ounce, and that is steady. And that's steady from this time yesterday. Silver at $17.10, also steady overnight. And oil at 61.3 US a barrel, that's down $2.50 or nearly 4%. Copper, the world's economic barometer, was down 1.2%. And iron ore, which is important for our miners such as BHP, Rio, Atlas Iron and Fortescue, was down. It was steady at 69.10 US a ton. On the currencies, our dollar is now 83.2 US cents and 66.8 euro cents. And these, of course, are intrabanks rates. On our market yesterday, a large recovery was not enough to lift the market after a slump in consumer confidence and uncertainty about the impact of tighter regulation governing mortgage lending standards on banks. However, the strong gains in the big miners limited the losses. The benchmark ASX 200 index lost 0.5% to 5,259 points. Best performers amongst the leaders, we have Newcrest Mines up 2%, and the worst performers were actually AMP and QBE, both down more than 2%. The best sector was gold, up 3.4%, and the worst sector was the healthcare. On the economic news that can affect our market and those overseas today, we have Australia's November labour force, the unemployment rate figures. Economists believe that will probably rise to 6.3% today. That's on the basis of last month. And local shares, by the way, are poised to fall heavily at the open. The SPAR futures contract was down 60 points a short time ago, indicating a negative start to our market. Now, what else is there? We like to show you what our analysts here at FS Securities places on the market for picks and trades, And what you see at the moment is only a summary of the positions. A more detailed information is placed on the website under our picks and trades menu. If you wish to discuss any of these stocks, you may wish to call us directly or visit our website. Okay, well, we also like to show you the market volume, the trend over the last 3 weeks. We also like to show the ratio of advances to declines, and as you can see here, for the last 5 days, the market has been dropping in volume. So even though the declines exceeds the advances quite a big margin, nevertheless we see that at a lower volume, which is not as bad as to see major fall with high volume. Alright, beside that, I like to show you what happened to the sectors. The best sector was gold. You can see here in that column here. Gold was up 3.3%. There were also some positive rise in the materials and the metals and the resources and properties. And it's interesting also that the energy was up yesterday. On the negative side, we have we're looking at big numbers. The healthcare was down 2.1%, followed by the consumer staples. Okay, so we offer you this information every morning so you can actually be up to date with the market. Now, finally, who I am. My name is George Beiruthi. I am the director here at FS Securities. As you can see, I have many years of trading and investment experience and several qualifications to support what I offer my clients. My ambition today is to help our clients and prospective clients to become effective investors and traders. Who we are, we're a fully licensed stockbroking firm. We trade shares, options, commodities, CFDs and foreign exchange, and offer our clients a very attractive investment at 7% over 1 year, interest paid monthly, or 9% over 3 years. Again, interest paid monthly. Also, we are financial planners and cater for all your financial needs. Now, how to call us: 61 for Australia, 7 for Queensland, 5630-4141. You can call my mobile. I am available to be reached 7 days a week on my mobile, or you can write to me at george@fssecurities.com.au. But what about our website? Why don't you actually visit our website? And if you're not already a member of our website, why don't you register for a 15-day free trial where you can see our daily recommendations, daily scans, current trading positions and results. You'll also see our tutorials, education, webinars, daily editorials, and a lot of charts and a lot of information. So why don't you do that right now for the 15-day free trial. Alright, well, that's all from us here at FS Securities. Remember to trade safely and wisely. I will be back in the afternoon at 1:15 to tell you what happened during the morning. Have a nice day.